Hey y'all, it's Maddie from the Itty Bitty Homestead Committee. Today we're going to do like a slight Q&A and kind of catch up, those kind of things. So let's hop into it. Now, before we do get started, I do want to say I have been working with somebody who is going to help me with my editing when it comes to long content formatting. That being said, I'm still bad at it, but eventually, hopefully, this is going to get a lot better. However, I have about 5 questions here we're going to answer, so let's go. If you were curious about where I got these questions, I pulled these all off of my TikTok, and we're just gonna kind of go through them. The first one being, what is the best month to breed your rabbits? Now, when it comes to breeding rabbits, it's going to be very regionally questioned. Are you living in the north? Are you living in the south? Do you get really hot summers, really cold winters? What are you willing to deal with? I live in a climate that is very temperate over the summer, so I can breed all summer, but in the winter it gets extremely cold. Now, with it getting extremely cold, I'm okay with going out consistently and checking on my babies. I also shelve babies if it gets below about 10 degrees Fahrenheit, but not everyone is okay with that. So you have to kind of sit down with yourself and ask yourself, what are you okay with? Do you want to deal with babies that freeze? Do you want to deal with shelving babies? How many times a year do you want to breed your does? And when is the best time to let them kind of chill out and have their break in between having babies? Now, the only thing that I really consider when it comes to time of the month when breeding my rabbits is if we're getting over about 80 degrees. And the reason why I say that is, one, your bucks are going to become heat sterile, meaning that their sperm is no longer mobile. It's really hard for them to have babies. And then also with that really hard high heat, it's really difficult on your moms and your babies. However, depending on which breed you have and their adaptations, it could be easier for them the higher temperature it is. So for instance, I have Sanitas. They are a new breed in development that are kind of based off of the Tamuk with an actual breed standard that have been known to breed in a barn that's over 100 degrees Fahrenheit with success without heat exhaustion. However, because they are an extremely specialized breed, I don't necessarily recommend it for everyone to breed them at that high of heat. Question I have, how do you tell males versus females? I have multiple videos with pictures between TikTok and here on YouTube, but the easiest way to tell, especially with juniors, does the genitalia when you push on it look like this, or does it look more like this? This is a girl, this is a boy. And of course, as they get older, your males will generally have balls. Granted, you have to wait for that about 4 to 8 months of age, depending, but that's the easiest way to tell. Please, if you're one of these pet people, if there are bulges in the genitalia area, there's nothing necessarily wrong with your male rabbit. The odds are that is normal. They're just balls. Next question, at what age do I consider a rabbit to be geriatric? This came up when I was talking about our pet rabbit French Fry and how old he is. Now, this is gonna be very dependent on a small breed, medium breed, a large breed. If we wanna go with the softest answer, I normally start treating my rabbits as a geriatric age, meaning I wanna be very careful with their diet, their exercise. I really start watching their weight, their condition, how they're moving, and if they have even the smallest little sniffle, snuff, do they need treatment, is normally around 6 to 7 years of age. Now, I know that a lot of people will say that a lot of rabbits will live up to 10, 12, no, nix that. Again, it's very dependent on size and then how well your rabbit is bred. A lot of times when you see that rabbits live up to 10, 12, That's not necessarily true. A lot of times it's luck. Most of your pet rabbits, especially if they are not well bred, unfortunately live much less than 10 years of age. You're looking 8, 9, somewhere around there of age if you're lucky. And again, a small breed of rabbit can, like, normally will live a lot longer than a giant breed of rabbit. So that's when I normally start looking at my rabbits and start dictating that they are geriatric and that they need a little bit of extra care. This next question, I don't know why I found it like funny. I think it was just somebody on TikTok who hadn't watched me for a while, and therefore I kind of wanted to address it because a lot of people, maybe they don't know me, maybe they don't know what I'm doing, but why do I breed rabbits when there are so many unwanted rabbits? For most people that know me, I breed rabbits for meat, I breed rabbits for dog food, I breed rabbits for FFA, 4-H, ARBA, a lot of things that are meat-based and food-based. And because I breed the way that I do, there are no unwanted rabbits. There are just rabbits that go into the freezer. Now, along those same lines, I did tell the commenter that I could also fix their unwanted rabbit problem that way. They never answered. I thought I was being funny, but I might have been slightly offensive. And you know, I might be okay with that because my sense of humor sometimes goes a little dark and I got a good chuckle out of it. So yeah, the reason why I breed rabbits is I breed rabbits for a purpose because I am an ethical breeder. The last question we're going to talk about today, why did I stop breeding Rex rabbits? So for those of you who have not been around for a while, the first commercial breed that I started with, commercial being rabbits that at a senior weight get more than like 6 pounds of age or whatever. The reason why I stopped breeding Rex was because I was not happy about it. I was not happy about them. They did not hit the weights that I wanted. They weren't the best of mothers. They did really poorly in the environment that I was in that during the winter, they got very like bony. They didn't condition very well. And then my last step was Emma. If y'all don't remember Emma, she cannibalized her entire litter, but not in the normal way where rabbits like eat their young. She skinned them and left them for me in the next nest box. And that was like her 3rd, 4th, 5th strike. Like she had done it before, right? There's only so many times I can go into a nest box where a mom does that I don't just done. So I was not happy with the Rex rabbits, especially when I have breeds like Californians, New Zealands, where maybe they are not the nicest of breed. I mean, they're a little more standoffish. They're not as cuddly as the Rex, and they don't have that gorgeous fur that Rex do. They're still better mothers in a lot of instances. They have a better grow out rate, and they don't give me trauma. So, and understand, when it comes to Rex rabbits, I tried getting them from a lot of different breeders. I ran into a lot of problems with them, which was extremely disappointing. But also understand, when it comes to Rex rabbits, because of how many colors there are, because of how beautiful they are, because of the variety you get. I mean, just look at Tri and Harlequin Rex, right? Beautiful. It's very prone for backyard breeders who don't know what they're doing to raise these animals, and then also people who just don't care what they're doing to put them into a population where they're selling them, and that can really mess up a lot of rabbitries. And I say that I got some from some really great show breeders. I got them from some backyard breeders. I didn't know any better at the time, or I couldn't find any better at the time. I got them from like 4-H kids, FFA kids. The Rex, the standard Rex, just did not meet my needs, and I couldn't deal with it anymore. So I went to Silver Foxes, and Champagne d'Argents, and the Sanitas, and the New Zealands. I love them. They're fantastic. I need to cut down on breeds, but I'm like at that point where I'm like, well, I really don't want to cut down on breeds. I like what I have, but also I have too many rabbits and there are too many penises in my barn. So Samantha ran out of banana. So with that, we're going to wrap up this video. thank you all so much for watching. What kind of questions do you have when it comes to rabbits? What do you want to see in the future? I am trying my hardest. I'm gonna get better at this editing. I have somebody to help me. And then also I need to get out videos at least once a week. But thank you all so much for watching. If you have gotten this far, let's do a cute little bunny reaction because I think that'd be cute as heck. Again, thank you all so much, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye, guys.